What we are hearing right now from the northeast is that Nigerian troops have successfully pushed back coordinated attacks carried out at the same time in parts of Adamawa and Borno States. This is not a small update, and it is important we talk about it clearly, calmly, and in a way everyone can understand. According to confirmed military information already released, these attacks were planned to hit different military locations almost at the same time, but the soldiers on ground stood their position and stopped the attackers from taking control. From what has been made known, the attackers tried to move in with force, targeting military bases that are very important for patrol, security checks, and protection of nearby communities. In Adamawa State, the attack focused around the Madagali area, while in Borno State, another military location was also targeted. The idea behind this kind of attack is usually to distract security forces by striking more than one place at once, hoping to create confusion. However, this time, the plan did not succeed. The troops responded immediately. They did not panic. They stayed alert and engaged the attackers professionally. Reports show that the soldiers defended the bases and forced the attackers to retreat. In some areas, follow-up operations were carried out to ensure the attackers did not regroup or return. This includes ground action and support from security air units where necessary. The key point here is that the military locations were protected and control of the areas remained in the hands of Nigerian forces. Now, let us pause here for a moment. If you are finding this update useful and clear, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and allows more people to get calm and accurate news updates like this. Also, turn on notifications so you do not miss the next update. Back to the gist. These events are happening in real time, and they matter because Adamawa and Borno States have faced security challenges for many years. Anytime there is an attempted attack, people naturally feel concerned, especially those who have family or friends living in those areas. That is why it is important to say this clearly. The situation described here shows preparedness and active response from the security forces. It shows that the troops were not caught unaware. Another important part of this story is what it means for nearby communities. When military bases are targeted, it is often because those bases protect surrounding towns and villages. If a base is strong, communities around it are safer. When troops hold their ground, it helps prevent fear from spreading and reduces the chance of displacement. While any security incident can cause tension, holding these locations helps daily life continue as normally as possible. Military authorities have also made it clear that after repelling the attacks, further checks were carried out in surrounding areas. This is done to make sure there are no hidden threats and that movement along major routes remains safe. These follow-up actions are a normal part of security response and are meant to prevent repeat incidents. It is also important to speak responsibly about such news. Not every detail can be shared immediately, and that is normal in security matters. What matters most right now is the confirmed fact that the attacks were stopped and the bases remain secure. More details are usually released only after full assessment is completed. Let us also talk briefly about why coordinated attacks are often attempted. These attacks are designed to test response time and strength. When they fail, it sends a message that security forces are alert and capable. That does not mean challenges are over, but it does mean progress is being made in protecting lives and key locations. If you agree that calm and verified updates like this are important, please like this video and subscribe again if you have not done so already. Share it with others who want to understand what is happening without panic or exaggeration. Another part people often forget is the human side of this situation. Soldiers on duty spend long hours away from their families, staying focused so others can sleep peacefully. Civilians in nearby communities also show strength by continuing their daily activities, supporting one another, and cooperating with security agencies when needed. This shared effort matters. Going forward, what people should focus on is staying informed through trusted sources, avoiding spreading unverified messages, and supporting peace-building efforts in simple ways. This includes community cooperation, encouraging education, and supporting lawful economic activities. Security is not only about weapons, it is also about stability, trust, and communication. Right now, the message from this incident is clear. The attacks were attempted, but they were stopped. Control was maintained. Security forces responded as trained, and life continues. This is real-time information, shared in a calm and responsible way, without fear-driven language. It is important to understand that incidents like these do not happen in isolation. What happened in Adamawa and Borno is part of a bigger security picture, and the response we saw tells us a lot about how things are being handled right now. When coordinated attacks are stopped quickly, it reduces the chances of fear spreading to other areas. Fear is often one of the biggest goals of those who plan such actions, and once fear is controlled, their influence reduces. One key thing to note is timing. These attacks were attempted at different locations almost at the same time. That alone tells us that planning was involved. But planning alone is not enough if there is no success. The soldiers on ground were alert, communication lines were active, and response was fast. That is why the attackers could not achieve their aim. This shows improvement in coordination among security units, and that is something worth paying attention to. For people living far from the northeast, stories like this might sound distant, but they affect the whole country. Stability in one region supports stability everywhere. Trade routes remain open, farming activities continue, and movement of people and goods stays active when security is maintained. So when a threat is stopped in one area, it has a wider positive effect than many people realize. Let us also talk about information flow. In times like this, many messages can move around quickly on social media. Some are true, some are exaggerated, and some are completely false. That is why updates like this matter. Calm, confirmed information helps people make better decisions and reduces unnecessary worry. It is always better to wait for verified updates than to rush to conclusions. If you are watching right now and you value this kind of clear explanation, please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue bringing responsible and easy to understand news updates. Also, share the video so others can stay informed without confusion. Another important angle is how security efforts affect daily life. When bases remain secure, schools are more likely to stay open, markets can function, and humanitarian workers can move safely to assist those in need. These may sound like small things, but they are the foundation of normal life. Security is not only about stopping attacks, it is also about allowing normal life to continue. We should also acknowledge that challenges still exist. No one is saying everything is perfect. Security work is continuous, and it requires constant alertness. What matters is the direction of progress. Each successful defense builds experience, improves confidence, and strengthens future response. For families with loved ones serving in these areas, updates like this bring reassurance. It reminds us that preparation, training, and teamwork matter. It also reminds us that behind every update are real people doing their duty under pressure. As citizens and viewers, our role is also important. Staying calm, supporting peace, and encouraging unity help reduce tension. Words matter. How we talk about security matters. Responsible discussion supports stability, while careless talk can create fear. This incident also highlights the importance of continued investment in security, technology, intelligence gathering, and community cooperation. When communities and security agencies work together, threats are easier to detect and stop early. Once again, if this explanation is helping you understand the situation better, please like the video and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you do not miss future updates as events develop. Right now, the clear takeaway is this. There was an attempt to disrupt peace in parts of Adamawa and Borno, but it did not succeed. The response was firm, organized, and effective. Control was maintained, and follow-up actions were carried out to keep the area safe.